Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well and having a good week. So, today I just wanted to talk to you about something that I think is a common source of confusion for the shareholder slash business owner. So, if you're a shareholder director of your own company, I'm often having to explain directors' loans. Now, they're very important. They really do drive tax planning from your business. They're also the account that really shows everything that's going on in terms of the owner, what they've taken out of the business, and also how they've been remunerated. Also, it can be a critical account that HMRC do have an interest in. If you get the tax planning wrong, or if you have an overdrawn director's loan account, it can end you up in hot water. Also, there's benefit in kind issues if you have an overdrawn director's loan account and aren't charging interest. So there's a lot of pitfalls, but also a lot of opportunities around a director's loan account. Now, obviously, it depends on your individual circumstances, and you need to get good advice from an accountant or a tax advisor on your own individual director's loan, if you have one, and how they're managing it. But what you should make clear is that your tax advisor or accountant is explaining the director's loan account to you. What you don't want to be in a situation is where you get to the end of the year or partway through the year or whenever really, and your accountant is not sitting down with you and explaining what's going on in your director's loan. Because as the business owner, it's really important that you do understand that account. So, with that out of the way, what is the director's loan account then? So, the director's loan account is what accountants call a control account, really. And what it shows, I always think of it as a set of scales, is the way I try to explain it. So you've got two sides to the scales. On one side of the scales, you've got everything that the business owner has taken out. So that's really money, cash, goods that have been taken for your own use. Also, it can be things like if you're moving a asset of the company from the company ownership into the business owner's ownership, those kind of transactions would happen in the director's loan account. So basically, everything that needs that market value, to clarify. So that would be everything on one side of the scale, everything that the business owner has taken out of the business. So as you can see, that side of the scales then needs to be balanced, because you can't just take money out of a business and there'd be no consequences for it, because that would be ridiculous. So that's one side of the scales. The other side of the scales then is how you balance those amounts taken out. How do you bring that into balance? And that's through remuneration of the director. So that would be salary, that would be things like dividends, that would also be things like expenses to be reimbursed. So if you're doing mileage and the company's not reimbursing you for that mileage, for example, you are due that reimbursement. It could also be other items that you are due to be reimbursed. For example, if a director was paying for a business trip out of their personal bank account rather than using the company bank account, as long as they keep receipts and get the expense claim in correctly, they are due to be reimbursed that, and that can be done in the director's loan. So that's what essentially you've got. You need to balance that scale, and that's essentially how director's loan account works. I hope that makes sense, but like I said at the start, what you really need to do is you need to sit down with your accountant and get them to explain your director's loan, because it is a really important account, and probably as the owner of the business, probably the most important account that you need to understand, and you need to know what's going on. I've had horror stories in the past where clients who have come to me, they just haven't had their director's loan explained to them, and they're either stuck with big, huge tax bills because they haven't been explained, or they're just not planning tax efficiently for what's going on. So that's the real pitfalls of it. But yeah, I hope you found that useful. If you do have any questions about director's loans account, if your own director's loan account you're not sure about, please do get in touch. I'd be happy to help. Please either put something in the comments, send me a direct message, or go to my website www.woodsrussell.com and I'll be happy to have a conversation with you to make sure everything is running smoothly. All right, thank you very much. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and next week is the budget, so we'll definitely be catching up on that. Thank you.